their hands on that, and then be able to pull out the data and do a better analysis of it. So I'm pretty sure come next week, we should be able to tell a better story in terms of what has happened.
Okay. Now, are you finding some new scenarios being brought up? As you know, 11 days in, have you started to encounter some, scenarios that perhaps you couldn't have possibly envisioned at the beginning?
I think that generally, all the things that we need to see, we have seen. And all the challenges that were against the customer, most of them have been sorted out and smoothed out. So all the overcharges I think, been dealt with. The challenge that we know is going to persist is the off-net transactions. If you do to yourself, that one would still persist, and that's something that the refund processes are dealing with.
Okay.
But generally, customer complaints in terms of I've been overcharged over a particular thing or not have been sorted out. The only things that might be happening is a lot more user-generated things when people do not really understand some of these issues. You know, when we were at your studios the last time, the situation you brought up of some agents wanting to charge for cash-ins and cash-outs, you know, we are educating, but I'm not too sure that is completely gone yet. We need to, mobile money agents are also on board now to be able to educate their members and then be able to ensure that the right things are being done. Okay. We also saw the situations where some agents were still encouraging people to do third-party cash-ins, and that is not legal, and that is something that's not in the interest of the customer itself. So those ones too, we are doing the customer education. And then the issues of fraudsters also wanting to take advantage of the situation and calling people and saying that the people who have not even done any E-Levy transactions and saying they want to help them do refunds. At least that we have flagged, and we also are educating on that.
Okay. How about the exemption? So we know that per person, the first 100 cedis transaction in a day is exempt from the E-Levy. Some persons have more than two accounts. How is that panning out? How is that working?
So if you have, by the law, as you rightly said, it is per person.
Yes.
But with this modified approach, the common platform is we're not connected to it yet. So it was the common platform which would have been able to take your unique identifier and said that if you had a ZPay wallet, you had an MTN mobile money wallet, it would have then said you are the same person, and then would have applied the 100 CDs to you. So currently, what is happening is that if you have multiple SIMs, then you'll be enjoying multiple exemptions. So that's something that the Minister of Finance took cognizance of, that with a modified phase approach, that was going to persist. Also, we have some situations where for some of the networks, they, by their charging models, they cap their fees at a particular number. So when they started, they realized that also the capping was affecting the E-Levy. So in that instance, for example, if you sent money about what they had capped, the taxes were being capped. But so far as ZRA is concerned, they would expect their taxes. So it means that particular network is having to pay the taxes on behalf of customers, and they are engaged their vendors to be able to fix this. I'm sure in the next few days that would also be resolved.
Okay, I'm interested in the capping one. Let me just find out from Isaac Amwako, who is in studio, whether that's come to your attention as the Ghana Revenue Authority.
It hasn't come to the attention of the technical committee yet. So I think I'll pick it up with the committee.
However, so let me just find out. Are you able to tell, for instance, the amount of transactions and what is expected? And so if it is less, you could go back to the entities and say, you need to pay this amount to us.
That will be done through the special audit.
So currently, everything that the entities present to you is what you take until the special audit is done.
Perfect.
Okay. How about the exemptions? Ken has raised the issue that, per the law, it's per person. And so if I, Winston Amo, have 2 accounts, the 100 Ghana cedis is supposed to apply to the 2 accounts. But currently, if I send with both accounts, I enjoy a 200 cedis exemption. You're aware of that?
We are aware. We wrote that letter to the charging entities that they should charge per wallet and per account. We did that. The minister gave us the go-ahead to do that.
But it will change.
From 1st July, yes.
So the customer needs to be aware of this. The tax-paying citizen needs to be aware that that thing they are enjoying right now is temporary. Has the GRA, done that? Explained to the taxpayers?
If you watch the approach we are using, we are riding on the back of the charging entities. And we've already told the whole world that this is a temporary endeavor which will end after 30th of June. So from 1st July, all these multiple exemptions will cease. It is part of the communication we've told the charging entity to tell their customers.
What's the latest with the common platform?
As Doc told you, a lot of the charging entities have their hands on making the modified approach work, because whether you go full approach or you go phase approach, you use the same vendor. So if your vendors are working on the modified approach, you can't tell them that they should stop work and work on the full approach. So we need to give them time to stabilize. Then we would start with the trying the test on the common platform.
I was thinking about this the other day. There's something that I suppose I still haven't quite understood. Maybe you can help us understand it. So the original plan was that you were going to build this platform, everyone will tap in, and then things will go on from there. But at some point, a decision was made to go with a modified approach. And the building of the platform was halted. Why? Could it not have just continued?
I don't think you are accurate in saying the building of the common platform halted. It hasn't halted.
Okay. So I'm going by your words, actually. Last time you were here, you said it was put on hold.
Put on hold doesn't mean we have stopped building.
Okay.
Put on hold means that
what does it mean?
the charging entities to connect to it have been put on hold. But the common platform is a system that was ready for them to connect to.
So it's ready. It's just been put on hold.
Yes.
Again, why?
I thought Doc just gave you the reason. The reason is that some of the telcos and some of the charging entities, at the time we met them, said that they haven't fully tweaked their system to be able to connect to the common platform. So they needed time. And the minister listened and gave them the time.
Okay, all right. So that's what they're doing now. And
That's
once
what
they
they're
finish,
doing. Once
then
they
they'll
finish,
be able to
they'll plug in. Yeah.
Plug in. All right. How are things on the banking side? I mean, Dr. Ashigwe can tell us about what's happening with the telcos, but how about the banking side?
So on the banking side, it's a bit slow. We are expecting 23 commercial banks. For the commercial banks, I would say more than half have reported some transactions to us. We've told them every 48 hours they raise an invoice and then they pay against it. So about more than half of the 23 commercial banks, at least, we see their transactions. For the SDIs, we have category of SDIs. We have the rural and community banks. We have also seen some invoices from them because they come through the ARP Apex. So we've seen some charges from the rural and community banks, except that the quantum isn't that high, but it's also upcoming. Then the part where we have more challenge is the finance houses and then the microfinance. That is where it is a bit slow. We've met them from Monday, Tuesday. I think today is Thursday. No, our last session was yesterday. So we're still engaging. We've engaged them previously, but their model is a bit different from the commercial bank. So they needed more time to be able to configure and plug in. I mean, configure their internal systems.
Right.
Yeah.
Which generates more activity in terms of money? Is it the mobile money transactions or the banking transactions?
I believe from the data I'm currently seeing, I'll give it to the EMIs or the electronic money issuers. Yeah.
So the mobile money.
That's the mobile money, yeah. And we have the 3 giant mobiles and then 2 other EMIs.
Yeah.
In addition to the 3,
Okay.
yeah. So I'll give it to that space. Yeah.
Is the difference quite big between the banking and the mobile?
I would need more data before I can come to that conclusion. Yeah.
Okay.
Since I've told you that a chunk of the SDIs and the banks are yet to configure, so I'll need more data.
Well, is it not something the GRA is already aware of, the volume of interbank transactions?
We have no system previously before E-Levy that have volumes, no.
Okay, all right.
All right, so I think we can hear from our listeners now.
Yeah, let's open the phone lines. 0302 216 541, 055 1111 Our guests are here to answer your questions. We'll do it as we normally do, take about 5 at a go, and then also intersperse them with social media and WhatsApp questions as well. All right, so 0302 216 541, 055 1111 997. Have you had any experiences while transacting, or whether between banks or mobile money or bank to mobile money? Let's hear from you, and then we'll answer your question. But before that, I believe Dr. Ken Ashigbe is on the line. You wanted to make a quick comment, didn't you?
Well, yeah, so I just wanted to say that in terms of, the common platform is a platform that has been built. But then what you need to do is that you need to connect to it. You need to do a lot of tests. And with all the use cases that you have, you need to make sure that you've done all those tests and you are satisfied with it. So I'm sure, as Isaac was saying, the platform is there, but now the process of the integration is what we had to hold on to and then sort out this phased approach. And then I'm sure in the coming days and weeks, we then will go back into the process of getting this integration done and doing the test and getting ready by the 1st of July.
Okay, thank you for that. Thanks very much. All right then, so 0302 216 541, 055 1111 997. Let's have your questions for Dr. Ashigbe and for Isaac Amwako. Now, Ben is on the line from Adenta. Oh, it's our own Ben from Adenta. Hi, Ben. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kuji. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. What's your question?
Well, I want to find out why, or some people are complaining. I've not experienced it yet, so I can't say me. Why is it that you probably send money to your own account? For instance, you take money from your bank into your own wallet. What I see the bank right there is you may be charged. So why is that my own Momo wallet, I will still be charged, if that is correct? Why should that be the case? Number two, can they tell us about the Express guys, their role? If you are connecting to the, you are having a common platform, the data, is it being managed by GRA itself, its IT team, which I understand are very competent, or they are giving it to an external body to manage? I want to find out, and how sure are we that our data will be safe? Because it has to do with money. If anybody who is a crook in there can just, even if you take one peso from everybody's account, that's a lot of money. People do it all the time. If you don't manage your IT very, very, very well, because one peso will be highly insignificant. Therefore, people will not even notice it. But if you take it one person times 1 million, that's a lot of money for some fraudulent guy, a criminal, to enjoy or to go and buy a Range Rover and a ride and all of that. So how are they going to be able to ensure that all the security protocols are in place? And who is managing that external data? Do they have their own data systems in place? Are they which one are they relying on? We have to know. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. We'll get you an answer. Malco is in Akosombo. Malco, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thanks for calling. What's your question?
My question is that, this E-Levy will be imposed on online transaction as well. And before you buy something online, when you are paying, they'll tax you for it. And then online business, starting online business, they also transfer that E-Levy that the government is charging them to the consumer. That is a double taxing. So how are they going to do that? That double taxing will not work on the same consumer, because whilst you are paying the online business one, you are paying, and then you are paying the one that the government has imposed on the online company as well. So what are you people doing? What are they doing to avoid those double taxing?
Okay, thank you for your question, Malco. Salifu is in Koforidia. Hi, Salifu. Good morning.
Good morning, Kojo. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Salifu.
Thank you for the opportunity. Kojo, I am a pensioner.
Yeah.
I take my pension through one of the banks.
Yeah.
And they have mobile money app. For 3 months, I've not been able to go to the bank. So yesterday, I wanted to withdraw about 3,000. This E-Levy said they will charge me about 55 Ghana cedis. It's 43 Ghana cedis before the mobile money charges. That would total 55. And I saw that it wasn't economically. Because if I spend 5 cedis to the bank and withdraw, I would save 5 cedis. So what are they doing? It's my own personal number. And that is what I've linked with my pension. So what are they doing? Because if I'm taking my pension and you are charging me, what is the sense? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Salifu. An answer is on the way. Let's take 2 more calls. Kude from Boku. Good morning, Kude.
Good morning, sir.
Thanks for calling. Yeah, what's your question?
My question is, as the recent caller just mentioned, I'm a pensioner. I take my, and I'm using this mobile banking. Now, if I transfer my money to my mobile wallet, am I going to?
You want to know if you transfer money from your own bank account to your own mobile wallet, whether you have to pay E-Levy on it. That's your question, right?
As a pensioner.
Okay. We'll get you an answer to that. Thanks for calling us, Uncle Kude. Judith is in Adenta Snit Flats. Judith, how are you?
I'm very fine. How are you too?
I'm great. Thanks for calling us. What's your question?
Okay, so yesterday I went to a shop to buy some items, and I was told that I was supposed to pay the E-Levy, as in to add it to the final amount I had to pay. And what I purchased was just 50 cedis. So I think there needs to be some more education, because I didn't pay that because I know, but you can imagine that there are a lot of people who aren't educated and might go ahead and make such payments.
Yeah.
So I'll suggest that there's some more education on the whole E-Levy tax.
Okay, thank you for that. Thanks very much, Judith from Adenta Snit Flats. That makes 5, right? Okay, so let's come for some answers. I don't know if we still have Ken on the line since we use the phone line. So let's come to Mr. Mwakun for some information. Ben is in Adenta. He had 2 questions. His first is why is he receiving a message that he may be charged E-Levy when he's moving money from his own bank account to his own mobile money wallet?
Thank you very much. I believe that is being on the side of caution, because as Doc have already told you, the modified approach means that you, as a charging entity, you have visibility to your platforms that you own. You do not know what is happening at the other side. So the bank knows its banking platform, doesn't know what is happening on your wallet because they don't keep the wallet in their system. So in playing safe, he tells you that you may be charged if you are not the owner of that account. That's just being safe.
But of course, if you are the owner of the account, you should not be charged.
You should not, and if you are charged, you will get your money back.
Okay, that answers Ben's first question. He also wants to know the role of Express Pay. He says, who is managing this platform, the unified platform? Is it GRA or Express Pay? And what security protocols are in place to ensure that it cannot be compromised?
Off limit.
What is that? What is off
This question is off limit. I'm not allowed to answer such a question.
You are not allowed to answer this question.
Contractual questions here.
Oh, okay. So there is a contract.
I'm not allowed to speak to that.
Okay. Well, if there's no contract, you would not have a limit.
I would be very happy if we could move on to the next one.
Okay. All right. We have Mauko in Akosumbu who wanted to know about E-Levy on online transactions. He envisages the possibility of a double taxation, and he's worried about that. Is that the case?
So let me explain for the online transactions. Under the law, there's a provision under the exclusion known as specified merchant payments. Now, it covers these online transactions. So the public should know that so far as the online seller, in the law we call them online merchants, is registered with the Ghana Revenue Authority, you, the buyer, you don't have to pay the E-Levy. In the modified approach, because we are not connected to a common platform, we are unable to tell currently if the merchant is registered with GRA or not, because it is not visible to the GRA. It is rather visible to the charging entity. So the Commissioner General has given them more like a fiat, a wholesale exemption, that exempt all your merchants now and ask them to immediately come to GRA and regularize. The Commissioner General gave 14 days for this to take place. The charging entities are saying the 14 days is too small. But today's date, I believe, is on the 12th. So they have 2 days more for it to elapse. Maybe he would extend. But they were giving 14 days from 1st of May that tell your merchants to walk to any GRA office and regularize. By regularizing, what they will do is that they have to register for income tax or VAT and get a tax clearance certificate and take it back to their charging entity as evidence that they've been to the GRA and they've been regularized. After the 14th day, we expect that those who haven't taken this exercise, the telcos should charge those transactions when a customer buys from them.
But again, you will be charging the customer, not the business that is violating the directive.
So that is a strategy. It is a civic duty that taxation is done by the entire citizens and not by only the tax authority. We are 30 million citizens. The GRA staff is not more than 7,000. If every citizen is reporting somebody who is not registered online, the chances of that data being huge is higher than when you leave it to the 7,000 GRA staff.
So I get that it is a joint responsibility, but it shouldn't cost me money.
Well, if it costs you money, you do more.
No, not at all.
Well,
I don't think that as a citizen, if you have a difficulty in collecting your tax, that it should cost me money to help you out.
You may disagree, but there are models elsewhere in the world where the state puts certain onus on you, which cost you money, so that it will help you, yes, including money, yes.
Me who am already abiding by the law,
yes. So right now, it's so simple. When you are buying something online, you are given the opportunity to know the E-Levy applicable before you commit the transaction. The state is saying that when you are buying and I show you the E-Levy payable and you don't want to pay, don't continue that transaction because you are not supposed to pay that tax in the first place. So why don't you go and look for a similar merchant online who has registered with the state? And for that matter, you don't have to pay that E-Levy.
So let me come in at this point. You're saying that for all persons engaged in online business, they're supposed to be registered.
Yes.
And once they are registered,
Yes.
it means that if I am buying from them,
Yes.
I won't pay E-Levy.
Perfect.
Now, if I am paying for any product where I have to pay E-Levy,
Yes.
it's an indication that that person has not registered
Perfect.
with the Ghana Revenue Authority.
Perfect.
Because the law says that these merchants should be exempt so
Yes.
long as they are known to the Ghana
They are
Revenue
registered for
Authority.
income tax or
Income
VAT.
tax or VAT.
Good.
Now, as it stands now, you have given them
We gave them up to 14th of
14th
May.
of May. So if I buy now, would I pay the E-Levy?
No.
Okay. How would you know this is an online business that I'm paying to?
We won't know. It's a charging entity that would
So
know.
the charging entity is expected to know.
Yes, they're expected to know. Yeah.
What if the charging entity does not know?
It's not possible that he would not know.
Because it will be a registered.
They register merchants separately, so they would always know.
What if the business that is the person that is doing the business is not registered as a merchant with that charging?
Then that's a normal transfer, which E-Levy is allowed.
So I think from this clarification, then you are not charging the customer. The earlier answer, that's the reason why I was challenging it, because your earlier answer sounded like the customer would have to foot the bill because there is a problem and because the merchant number cannot be seen by the
Probably you didn't
GRA.
get it well. I said because of the modified approach, we gave them blanket exemption. That's the first preamble.
Yes.
So it means everybody has been given exemption who is a merchant.
No, I heard that part. I'm talking about what happens after. Okay, when you were explaining that beyond that point, any merchant that is not registered with the GRA, the customer will have to pay E-Levy.
Yes.
It is that I was questioning. But from what you are saying, the customer doesn't have to pay the E-Levy. There will be a warning that comes up to him saying that you will be charged E-Levy if you buy from this merchant. So the customer can decide not to buy.
That's perfect. Yeah.
All right, let's go on. Salifu is a pensioner. He wants to know, he withdrew 3,000 cedis from his bank account to his mobile money wallet, and he was charged 55 Ghana cedis. That includes the charge by the mobile money operator. And he's wondering why, as a pensioner, in fact, not whether pensioner or not, if he's moving money from his bank to his mobile money wallet, why he's being charged E-Levy?
I believe we've answered this already. Let's use the terminologies right so that everybody gets education. Withdrawal is not the same as transfer. Withdrawal means you are converting your electronic money to cash. That is what withdrawal is. So you go to the bank, you want physical cash, you do a withdrawal. You go to the mobile money agent, you want physical cash, you do a cash out. It is known as either a cash out or a withdrawal. Now, if you say you are withdrawing to your bank account, it's not a withdrawal, you are doing a transfer. Okay. Now, when you are doing a transfer, it is from one point to the other. I have already said that the first charging entity does not know where you are sending the money to, whether it is yours or not. For banks, they have what we call bilateral, where you can link your bank account to your mobile wallet. If you had done that, currently there's a blanket exemption. Once you have linked your account, they should give you the exemption. So I believe he hasn't linked his bank account to his mobile wallet. He should take advantage and do that. On the other hand, whatever money that he's been deducted, he can call his charging entity, provide the evidence, and his money will be given. If the identity at the other side is him, he'll get his money back.
Okay, that's good, because it's the same question that Kude had from Boko. The same question, so that will answer both of them. I think we have Ken Ashigbe back on the line. Just before we take another batch of questions, any extra information that you would like to add for these first 5 questions?
I think Isaac has answered them. So for our pensioners, who have not linked their accounts, they should link them. If they don't, what they have to do is to definitely ask for a refund. And I think it's the same for the very first question as well. So I think generally, Isaac has answered to all the questions.
Okay. There was one more, Judith in Adenta Smith Flats. She said that she tried to buy something from a vendor, and the vendor added E-Levy.
From a shop,
that one,
not a vendor, shop.
It's a red flag.
Yes.
So there is no individual who initiates a taxation, the E-Levy taxation. System generated. So it's just like the example on the first day about the person who had gone to buy fuel.
Yeah.
And then the probability that it was the agent who had then added the E-Levy. And so that's wrong. No individual, no place you go to buy things can the person tell you that the thing is being expensive because there's E-Levy on it. No. Because already, if it was a point of sale, as Isaac said, currently till the 14th day, we definitely will be petitioning the Commissioner General to extend it because we are not able to complete the processes, within this 14 days. But within this time, there should be no E-Levy on that. So that shop is doing the wrong thing, and we hope that all of us as consumers will not allow ourselves to be defrauded. Right. And if you're a shopper, you are doing that. How are you going to pay that back to GRA? So stop it.
Thanks for that. Thanks very much. We're going to take some more questions, another batch of questions, when we come back from these messages. Stay with us, the Super Morning Show.
Nana Kwame, come and visit me.
Hey, Akosia, that's your house. I don't want to come there again. No. Grandma be what?
And that's for that my Fiera. Hey. Oluma with grey hair who like the nice young ones. Oh, you to come and let's do some salad.
Okay. I will bring some kelewele so we can chop once we enjoy our eyes.
Tilfiasem, enjoy real local drama on the new channel Akwaba Magic Ebusia on Go TV. This is your new home of local content and more. Chawiniso, Go TV, love it.
From now till August 2022, Litina Travel and Tours is giving you the opportunity to make this summer the most memorable time for you and your family. Walk into any UMB branch or call Litina Travel and Tours to find out how you too can present your family with an unforgettable experience at Disneyland Paris. It's open to everyone looking to have an amazing experience this summer. It's $3,600 for adults and $2,990 for children. 8% off early bird discount available. It includes flight, 8-day stay in Paris, a boat trip on the Seine River, visit to the Eiffel Tower, Champs-Élysées, the monuments, and many more. Visit the nearest UMB branch or call Litina Travel and Tours on 050-565-7821 or ask Sika, the UMB virtual assistant, WhatsApp at 0266 020 400 or at www.myumb Bank for more information today.
To handle fire caused by LPG, take the following steps. If possible, turn off the regulator on the cylinder to stop the gas from causing more fire. Immediately, call the fire service. Do not try putting out LPG fire with water. Instead, use fire extinguisher. Children should immediately call for help when they smell gas or notice a fire. Remember, never place a cylinder to a source of heat or use a stone to stop a leaking cylinder. A message from the National Petroleum Authority.
Liquefied petroleum gas. Liquefied petroleum gas. Use it safely and wisely.
The feeling of being the champion of the famous childhood game, Pilolo, is like knowing a secret that no one knows and using it to your advantage. That is the feeling of being on Ghana's favorite network and getting your money's worth. With Airtel Tigo, you can get exciting tailor-made products and services that work for you. Dial *111#, select option 1 for big-time data to enjoy data that doesn't expire, and option 4 for Sika Koko to enjoy huge data at little cost.
Airtel Tigo, life is simple.
My neighbor, when match they catch pet, you go here say it they shout.
My husband no get one single romantic bone for him body, yet he always they hug the cushions then things. Oh, you go here be.
Kojo dear, he go fight you anytime you wake him up for school, but he comes Saturday morning. Hey, all you go here be. It's mission time. You too for live your stories with correct football, correct local drama, then magical kiddie entertainment with only 50 Ghana cedis a month. DSTV, it's your moment.
Coffee in your cup, enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Welcome back, it's Joy FM, and of course we're talking about the E-Levy, answering all your questions. Our guest this morning, Isaac Amwako, is of course the head of project unit at
Project Management Unit.
The Project Management Unit, sorry, and a member of the E-Levy Technical Committee at the Ghana Revenue Authority. Dr. Ken Ashigbe, of course, is the CEO of the Ghana Chamber of Telcos. Quick happy birthday to Madam Sauda Belko with UDS Business Directorate, and it's from your boy YAD. And there's one more real quick here. It's the 43rd birthday of Nana Sam Osafo, Quality Manager, Medicas Hospital, and that, of course, Dr. Yao Safo's wife. Mrs. Janet Sunkwa Mills, CEO of AfriBiz and Janem Salon and Spa, is also being wished a happy birthday by her husband, Cecil Sunkwa Mills. Okay, so we're opening the lines again in just a second. First, have you heard of Allianz for Life? It's the all-new affordable life insurance product that you can get wherever you are. Just dial star 170 hash and select 5521, and voila, you and another life are covered for hospitalization and death. You also enjoy very low premiums, cash back every year, and many more benefits. Call Allianz Life Insurance on 0308 249 090 or just go to allianz-gh.com. It is Allianz for Life, star 170 hash on MTN. Mato for me life.
And the University of Professional Studies Accra, in partnership with the Academy of African Business Development, AABD, is hosting the 22nd AABD conference themed Sustainable Development Beyond Aid, the Focus for Africa, from the 18th to the 21st of May 2022 at the UPS Ekofi Ohene Auditorium. Now, the 5-day conference brings delegates from all over the world to discuss, analyze, and advance solutions to the challenges facing the development of African business. This conference presents the platform for diverse presentations from industry, academia, and graduate students on issues centered on accounting, finance, investment, and international aid, economic policies and strategies, marketing and consumer behavior, COVID-19 and business in Africa. The special guest of honor is President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. Other speakers include Pierre Laporte, who is country director for the World Bank. The general public is invited. Sponsored Access Bank, GNPC, Vanguard Assurance, Top International Engineering, FT Global Enterprise Group, Stanbic Bank, Fidelity Bank, Cocoa Processing Limited, Special Eyes Media Partners, Joy FM, and Joy News.
Okay, Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited says now you can buy whatever you want from them at kingdomstoreonline.com. You can pay via Momo across all networks, and of course they will deliver to you wherever you may be. Now, if you're in Accra and Tema, then that delivery will be free. Terms and conditions apply at Kingdom. Quality and affordability is their hallmark.
Now, Kofi Owusu-Pepra Ministries presents Kofi Owusu-Pepra Live in Concert, a night of great music, worship, and the launch of the Father's Gift album. Includes Niela, Efe Grace, Luigi McLean, and the legendary Amy Newman. It's happening on the 22nd of May 2022, time 4 p.m. at the National Theatre Accra. Standard tickets 60 Ghana cedis and 150 for an unforgettable VIP experience. For tickets, dial star 725 star 7000 hash. Also contact our ticket hotline 0271425445. Sponsors: Udine, DSTV Ghana, iPay Ghana, Joy FM, Lucozade, Fun Milk, Meridian Natural Mineral Water, Always Sanitary Pad, Somo Vision, Verna Natural Mineral Water, Total Family Health Organization, Ines Fly, and Sirius. Get your Udine fabric from their shops in Accra and win a ticket to the concert. The song is what? Big God, you know that song. So every time is worship time. Let me just say happy birthday to Esther Pokia Mixon of the Internal Audit Department of the National Insurance Commission. It's from your boss, Mr. Bayate, and your colleague, Electricity.
Okay. Also to Mary Ann Mensah of Access Bank, a glorious 40th birthday from Matilda and the entire retail banking division. All right, some tweets have been coming through. Let me read a few while we open the phone lines. In fact, call us, please. 0302 216 541 055 1111 997. This one is from at Express Mind, and he says, I think the buyers should ensure online sellers have registered with GRA, including their numbers. In doing that, where do we report it? So yes, that someone wants to know how they can report a vendor who appears not to have registered with the GRA. So we'll get you an answer to that question as well. In fact, let's do that while we're waiting for the first calls to come through. 0302 216 541 and then 055 1111 997. So how do they report that?
I think let me clarify one thing first. There's also the likelihood that some online sellers are using their subscriber number to receive funds. That is not wrong, but that means that you, the buyer, you pay the E-Levy because he is not using a merchant number. So currently, as we all agree, all the charging parties have been told to exempt their merchants who are registered as merchants from the E-Levy. So if he's receiving it now, as chances are the person is not using a merchant number. Okay. And if you want to report anything concerning E-Levy to the GRA, we have a toll-free number. That's the 0800 900 110. Okay. 0800 900 110. But we would also like it to come maybe in a written form, maybe through email. You can do info@gra.gov.gh or feedback@gra.gov.gh.
Okay. Thanks very much for that. Papa Ansan is on the line from Latte Kuyapim. Papa, good morning.
Good morning.
How
are you?
I'm very well. Thanks for calling. What's your question?
My question is, I want to find out, is it the GRA guy, the GRA man, and Mr. Kenasibi was saying, when you transfer from your account, or even you send 100 Ghana to someone, it doesn't attract the E-Levy. And from my point, I would say the tax. Why am I saying so? I sent 100 Ghana. The other side, the telcos will charge me 0.38. DRA will charge me 0.68. So when you add the two up, it's 1 point something. So the tax there.
So you sent 100 Ghana cedis.
Come again.
You sent 100 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
And the telco charged you 38 pesos.
38 pesos.
And GRA charged you how much?
68 pesos.
68.
Yes.
Okay.
So when you are saying there's tax free, that one I don't agree with them.
Okay, we'll get you an explanation for that.
Account to your bank account or taking from your account, from your bank account to your Momo account, they charge.
Okay.
Are you getting my point? You see, the problem is, I don't have a problem when they charge me, but I want them to be clear on issues. Tell Ghanaians that this, you see, there is a little bit of taxes in it. Thirdly, I want to find out from the GRA man, the E-Levy that they are accruing, would that be in a consolidated account, so that every month and day, I know Joy, you do such a wonderful thing. Ask them, they should come and give Ghanaians account of it, so that we are abreast with issues. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Papa Ansa. Francis is in Wenchi. Francis, good morning.
Good morning, Pedro.
So, what's your question, Francis?
Thank you for the program. My question is on the E-Levy. If I want a clarity from the GRA man. Let's say I'm a government of Ghana worker. Then I contract a loan from a financial institution, and they intend to pay through bank transaction to my account. Will that attract an E-Levy?
Okay, so a financial institution is giving you a loan. They are paying it into your mobile, into your account, your bank account.
Yes.
You want to know whether there will be an E-Levy on that transaction.
They are doing a transaction, a bank transaction. So will that attract an E-Levy?
Okay, I'll get you an answer. Thanks for calling. Prince is in Kumasi. Hi, Prince. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your question?
My question is on the online transactions. What I understand is what they are saying is selling entities in Ghana. What of international, like AliExpress? So if I'm buying on AliExpress, how does it work? Do I pay E-Levy?
Okay.
That I want to know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for calling us. Salifu is in Koforidia. Hi, Salifu.
Hello. Yeah, could you? I'm back again. My question was not answered well. I am saying that I'm a pensioner. I've linked my account with my bank, commercial bank, Ghana Commercial Bank, and I've been operating the mobile app for 2 years now. But now when I do it, even when you were talking, you were on break, I just tried it for 1,000 Ghana cedis. The notice came that I will be charged E-Levy. If I accept it, they will charge me. So what they are saying, I'm not convinced.
If you send the 1,000 Ghana from your bank,
they will charge me
account,
900. The notice came that they will charge me 900.
Just a way of clarification: is it that you are sending from your mobile money wallet to your bank account?
From my account that I've linked with the bank, my pension account that I've linked with my mobile money number.
Okay.
And I'm transferring the 1,000 cedis from my pension account with the bank to my mobile number.
Okay.
And the notice came that they will charge me 900.
900 cedis?
No, the 900, that 100 is exempt.
Yeah.
So the remaining 900, I will charge 13 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos.
Right.
If I accept it, they will charge me.
Okay.
So I exited. I didn't accept.
May I ask, have you registered your Ghana card details with your bank?
Yes.
And also with your SIM card
yes,
provider?
I've done it a long time before even the extension.
Very good, very good. Okay, we will get you an answer to that question. Please stay tuned. Let's take one more call. Ernest is in Cape Coast. Ernest, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Please, I would like to ask. I transferred 500 cedis from my Vodafone onto my own, how do you call it, other phone. That is MTN. And I was charged E-Levy. Actually, the two numbers bears my name, and they are all registered with my Ghana card. So it's for me, and I don't know why I should be charged E-Levy on that.
Okay, this is a question that has come up. We've answered it, but please stay tuned because we'll give you an answer again. Okay, Ernest? Thank you very much. All right. So there you go. We have 5 questions to go with. Let's start with Papa Ansan, who had 3 questions. His first one was that he sent 100 Ghana cedis. He was charged 38 pesos by his provider and 68 pesos by GRA. How does that work out? I'm not even sure what percentage that is supposed to be. It doesn't seem... I don't recognize this percentage.
I don't recognize it either, but I will sympathize with him and try to think which scenario he fits in. So probably it is his next 100 Ghana transaction and not his very first. Then it will attract the E-Levy. If it is, he has done and exhausted his 100 Ghana for the day, and he's doing his next 100 Ghana, he may fall into a situation where that 100 Ghana will be charged.
Yes,
so that is the first scenario.
But
we
it
don't
wouldn't
know.
be these percentages, would it?
The numbers don't look. If he's listening, he could send you a screenshot so that we delve into it and see whether it's really a legitimate and then which charging entity is doing that.
Papa Ansan, if you're listening, please send it through to our WhatsApp number.
Yeah.
055-1111-997. Send a WhatsApp image of that notification that you got when you sent to the 100 Ghana cedis.
And give further details that that's his first transaction, and then he tells whether it is. He should indicate which networks are involved.
Yeah.
From the sender and the receiver. He should indicate those ones.
Yeah. Okay, Papa. Please do that, and we'll get you further information. He also said, and it's the same thing that keeps coming up.
Yes.
Bank to Momo account coming with a charge. He says he's experienced that as well.
Yeah. So we've already explained. I think the pensioner who called back, for him, he's saying he mentioned the name of the bank. I've also received that information, but that particular bank, even though some accounts have been linked, they are being charged. So I think we need to call the bank and ask why, because customers from that particular bank says they've linked their account, but still they are being charged.
Right.
So we'll take care of that.
Okay. Now this one, this is the third question from Papa Ansan. He wants to know, will the E-Levy be paid into the consolidated fund, or will there be some mechanism for scrutiny so that we will know how much E-Levy is being collected at any given time?
So the E-Levy law makes provision that all money is collected on the E-Levy be paid to the consolidated fund. So that is yes. The law also makes provision that periodic report should be sent to the Minister of Finance. So I believe Parliament can ask the Minister to furnish Parliament with what has been collected here.
Right. Okay. So it's not going to be accessible to you and I, Papa Ansan, directly, unless perhaps we request the information through the RTI law. Okay. Francis in Wenchi wanted to know if he is receiving a loan from his bank, he's borrowing some money from his bank, and they are paying the money into his account. Will that attract E-Levy? It's an electronic transaction. He wants to know if it will attract E-Levy.
He is a receiver. The E-Levy doesn't affect any receiver. So he will receive the exact amount loan that he's requested for. So he's requesting for 5,000, he will get his 5,000.
But will his bank have to pay E-Levy?
For the bank, it would depend. The E-Levy law makes certain type of transactions E-Levy attractable and some not. So if you have a bank account and you are making a bank transfer to a mobile wallet, the E-Levy law says that it attracts the E-Levy that the bank or the finance house will pay, but claim it as a business expense. That's what the law says.
Okay.
If rather they are paying from a bank account to a bank account, for that E-Levy doesn't affect it.
Okay.
So those are the two scenarios. It depends on the scenario that the finance house is using to make the payment.
What about salaries?
Same.
Same.
It falls in the same category. The finance house or the company who is paying, if it is terminating on a mobile wallet, E-Levy is applicable to the company, and the company will claim it as an expense when he files his business returns.
But if it's just a regular payment into another
bank to bank, it doesn't.
There's no E-Levy.
There's no E-Levy there. Yeah, that's the clarification.
All right. Now somebody asked about online vendors, the international online vendors. Is there E-Levy there as well?
So I believe the question is self-explanatory. Insofar as the international merchant is not registered with the Ghana Revenue Authority, the E-Levy applies.
Okay. All right. Salifu is asking about the pension. Now he's clarified.
Okay.
Okay. So now he's saying that he even tried it during the commercial break. Wanted to transfer 1,000 Ghana cedis. He was told that the 100 cedis will be exempt, but the 900 will not. And this is from his own bank account to his own mobile money wallet, both of them registered with his Ghana card details.
At this point of the modified approach, even if he is registered and all the details are fine, he'll be charged because that role will be played by the common platform. Currently, the ones that are not supposed to be charged are those that has been linked. I don't know whether he understands the link. You go to your bank, they give you a form, you complete it, you sign, you provide the mobile number that you want to use, and it's linked. And we've instructed the charging entities that anybody who have linked the account, they should exempt those transactions. If a particular bank, after linking, is still charging you, then it is their internal problems. Some of these have come to our notice, and we are talking to those charging entities.
If I'm correct, though,
yeah,
this you say that he will be charged until the common platform
comes over,
but he will
get
then
a
refund, won't he?
Yes, yeah. Then
he
has
to
report
request
it
and get a refund
and get his refund back.
Okay,
yes.
So Uncle Salifu, I hope you've heard that you've been charged, but you should not have been charged.
Yes,
it's a problem that the system is yet to solve. So until they solve it, you can get a refund by reporting to the bank. In this case,
the bank. In this case,
report to the bank that you have been charged e-levy when you should not have been charged, and they will refund that e-levy to you. Okay, but you have to report it, Uncle Salifu.
So he says he didn't pay because he had a choice.
Yeah,
he was informed that he should pay.
That's for this one.
For this one.
But he did a withdrawal of 3,000
previously,
and he was charged on that one.
Now, this is the point. You raised the point about whether he's linked his account to his bank account. Because if he's done that, he doesn't have to be charged. But that notwithstanding, if it's charged, he should come to you.
No, he should report.
He should report, and then
and get a refund.
And get a refund. Okay.
Yeah.
Now there was a last call, Ernest from Cape Coast.
500 from Vodafone to MTN. It's still part of the ones we've been telling that the Vodafone is another network, so he will be charged, but he has to report to MTN, and then a refund will be given back to him. Yeah.
Okay. Ken is on the line. Any interventions before we move on?
Well, so I think on the specific issue of GCB and any of them, there's a lot of configurations that have to happen. Something might not be completed and all of that. So, as Isaac said, we need to check up with any of these charging entities that are doing that. But the general principle is that the law as we have it says you should not be charged. And so the Commissioner General has given directives for refunds to be made. So for anybody who has paid anything, please just call your charging entity and then that will be dealt with. Then on the issue of the discriminations in the law, there are very clear discriminations in the law. So that you see that the law targets unfairly mobile money accounts. But if you look at the overarching objective of government, it is to generate a lot more revenue. So some of these discriminatory acts are in itself not in the interest of government. If you take the example of even the loan, if the loan is paid onto my mobile money account, it's just like funding my mobile money account, then every transaction I make after 100 cedis on that particular wallet will generate E-Levy for you. So if government prevents the wallet from being funded by taxing it at the beginning, it's not in the interest of government. It's the same way with salaries. If you pay my salaries onto my bank account, you don't get any E-Levy as a company. But when you pay it onto my mobile money account, another channel, there's nothing different in it. That there's a levy on it. That is definitely discriminatory. That is definitely not in the interest of government, because it is when the salaries are paid and then my wallet is funded and I make transactions that you get the E-Levy. So these are things that we would go to government with. It's something that Isaac would not be able to answer because Isaac is working with the law. So we will go back to government, and be able to show them data, exactly on that. Take typical examples of people who, in the past, their salaries were paid on their mobile money account, and how much transactions came out of that, and how much potential E-Levy could have been raised. And now, because of what is happening, people have options. They will move on to the bank account, and definitely it will not inure to the benefit of government itself. So that discrimination, which is not in the interest of government and in the interest of the E-Levy policy, we will bring it to that. We have brought it to the attention of government already. We would use data to back that, and I'm pretty sure that government and parliament will look at that. And if it has to be a regulation that is issued or the law that is revised, it will be done. But I can agree with Isaac. At this stage, it is the law that we have. It's a deficit with the law that has to be looked at.
Right. I want to thank you very much for that. Dr. Ken Ashigwe is the CEO of the Ghana Chamber of Telecommunications. Any final thoughts from you, Isaac?
Okay, so thank you very much. My final thought is that all the new concerns that we've heard, especially the capping, we'll take a look at that. Also, the charging entity that is having a challenge with the bilaterals, we would also take a look at that. And we also encourage the public to pass the information on. If you are buying anything, the charge will not be taken by any third party. It is a system-generated levy. So anybody who tells you you should add E-Levy for any transaction, that is fraudulent, and you should report to 419, the short code.
All right. Well, that was Isaac Kopna Amwako. He's the head of the Project Management Unit and a member of the E-Levy Technical Committee at the Ghana Revenue Authority. And thanks again for your time on the Super Morning Show. Sami says what? 419. That one, you know, you will not forget. Yes, 419 is the code to report fraud. Yes. Perfect choice of number. All right, listen, thank you all so much for listening, for tuning in. It's always a pleasure to bring you the show. We're back tomorrow with even more. Until then, my name is Kojo Yankson, the Morning Man.
My name is Winston Amwa.
Have a wonderful morning.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best. Joy 99.7 FM. Joy 99.7 FM.
Audio,